Hi, I'm hiding somewhere in this image. Do you know where I am? Come on, take a guess.
That wasn't a good hiding spot at all. Well, I was sitting behind some bushes, that was it. If you looked around to the side, you would have seen me. Well then, how do you hide properly? With a ghillie suit. Well, of course, it has to be stated. I'm also very, very poor. And a whole suit is out of my current options. So for now, I'll just do a coat. So, ghillie coat.
Alright, to first understand the ghillie suit, we need to know what it does. So the main purpose of a ghillie suit is to conceal an individual in their environment. As you can see here. Here's a head of a random guy, and here's a head of a ghillied up guy. Of course, when you're in the woods, which one is going to identify as a human? Correct. That one. A ghillie suit is usually made of 3 parts. Thus, suit, got a hat, a coat, and pants. I'm going to make a coat because I am poor. Moving on, we go to probably one of the key aspects of the ghillie suit, which is netting. Ghillie coats are usually covered in a type of netting, like I have on here, where the paper is sitting on. With this, you promise to attach everything we need that will help conceal the body. Color is also very, very important with the ghillie suit. You need to be able to match your environment. After all, if you take a winter ghillie suit into a desert, it can be spotted very, very easily. It's easier to find a seagull in a desert than it is to find it in a snowbank. As we know, the old name for the ghillie suit, aka bush Wookie, ghillie suits have hair. No doubt about it, but they're just hairy. The hairs are usually made out of jute, which is a plant-based material, fiber. I'm brain farting here, I don't remember the word. But pretty much cords, it's something called jute. You can dye it to different colors, and also burlap bags are made out of them. So you have them, you can pull it off there, which is time consuming. Local vegetation. This is also very important. After all, if you find a palm branch over here where I live, it's gonna be pretty well found. After all, plants grow everywhere, and you're just gonna find a ghillie suit in a bush. Now, if the bush doesn't have the right leaves or from somewhere else, well, you're gonna be spotted real quickly because you're just gonna look out of place. The whole point of a ghillie suit is not to be seen, not to draw attention to yourself. So thus, use local vegetation. Ghillie suits also cover mainly the back. No, but this is because most ghillie suits, well, ghillie suit users, lie on their stomachs. So all the parts that they need to hide are usually on the back. You can find ghillie suits here and there that cover the whole body, but most of them just cover the back because it's kind of unnecessary to cover the front. Okay, boring stuff out of the way. So first thing first, you need a base. I'm using this old camo pattern Columbia coat. One of my brothers doesn't need anymore. So this will be my base. I'll be attaching my netting and everything else onto this. Quick side note. Real ghillie suits have a hole in the back of them. They have a hole cut out and a mesh put in place. With this mesh, you can still put stuff on and you can't see the underlayers, but as you put there for ventilation. With this ventilation, you don't overheat in hot areas or just warm areas overall. But I live in this magical place called Western Washington. It's known to rain here a lot and for being cold for absolutely no reason. So I'm going to keep I'm not going to cut a hole out there just so I stay warm.
So my process will have another step. It's because, as I said, color is important. This net is white. You're going to see it pretty darn well in the dark wood. So I'm going to spray paint it dark color. What's that? Nothing to it.
Hooray, you may say. We have a black net. But this is actually no good. A couple of you may have known this, but the paint will just simply falls off. It just barely rubbed it and it's all gone. So we need an actual net that's already black. Lucky for me, we had some black netting in my household.
We used it originally to cover grapes that we had on a different property, but we moved away from there years ago. So I'm going to use this for my purposes.
Or now that I have the netting done, gotta attach the netting to the coat. So as you can see here, well, there's netting. So you don't want to completely cover it because you mainly want it in the back. It gets in the front, you're going to snag on stuff and so forth. What do we use to put the netting onto the coat? We use shoe glue. Pretty much every tutorial you can find online uses this stuff. It's pretty good, holds really well. People have said a lot of praises. Well, they have a lot of praise for it. So we'll use this too. You can get this for like $1 at Walmart or Home Depot, which is where I got it from. Check. Good stuff. I recommend putting on a pair of gloves before you apply this stuff. These kind of glues when you get your hand pain in the butt. So unless you're really good at gluing stuff, put on a pair of gloves. And that there's the first layer. Of course, I cut my netting a little funny, so I'm gonna have to put a little more to take a couple extra steps here. Preferably, you cut in the shape. Well, you don't have to do what I'm doing here. I'm just laying my netting on piece by piece. And here's the end result. The netting's put on, back of the sleeves, back of the coat, and back of the, well, all around the hood. I made the hood separate from the rest of the coat so I can take it off. I like ghillie suits, I actually have a ghillie hat individual of the entire suit. So in case I ever want to do in the future, I can take that off, won't impede with the rest of the suit. So that's the first step, pretty much. Just adding netting so you can secure everything else that you're going to put on. That was the first part of my ghillie coat series. Thank you very much for watching. The next part will be adding the jute on, changing the color so it blends in a little better. That should be the other part of the series. See you until then.